Hello everyone. Welcome to Hindustan Times. This is me, Sneha Biswas, with you. And today I have someone who's a legend with me. And I'm talking about that particular person who has literally, quite literally, taught a generation to fall in love, relive their pehla nasha, and of course, be the die-hard romantic they always want to be. And by now, I think some of you might have guessed. Of course, it is none other than Ayesha Jhulka. Welcome to Hindustan Times, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is an honor to speak with you, especially today because it is International Women's Day. So, happy
Happy
International
Women's
Women's
Day
Day, ma'am.
to everyone out there and to you.
We have to talk so much about your upcoming project, because I really like the title of the series. So it's Happy Family Conditions Apply. And let's begin by discussing about your character. Can you please tell us a little bit about your character? It's very interesting. It's funny at the same time.
We all know that family is about anyone who loves you unconditionally. And I think that families are a compass that guide us in our lives. So I feel that happy family is that one dysfunctional family who lives with different generations and teaches us how to cope with situations and live joyfully or happily. My character, Pallavi, is that one binding force and that one pillar who basically, you know, holds the family intact. And she ignores a lot of things in the family and doesn't want that this family should have any kind of split or any kind of discomfort. And her main aim is to be that anchor. So I think all of us in our families do find that one person. Sometimes we feel our mother is that one person or our grandmother is that person. So we all have that one person that Pallavi is for the Dholakias, the happy family.
Are you also the same person when it comes to your reality?
I think I am, and that is why it is relatable. And that is one reason why I thought I would really, really fit into this well. And I will try my best to bring my real life experiences on screen. And I think that it was a different kind of pleasure to be a part of this series,
Hmm.
because it's not often that we see such amazing, light-hearted, yet meaningful shows that come. So
Yeah,
I think
right.
that I'm really lucky to be a part of this.
And the word conditions apply. It is what I think is new about not new, but I would say unique about the whole title. So, do you think this condition apply? This comes to your every other family as well. I mean, what are your thoughts on happy family when you just think about the word?
A happy family is an earlier heaven. you know you feel that no matter how much ups and downs we would have, or it's not possible to, we take our families for granted, we take each other for granted. uh, we know at the back of our mind that they're always there for us, and that is the reason why we start taking them for granted. So also, there are all five fingers are not alike. So obviously, when you are in a family, everybody is not going to be up to the mark for you. So the conditions that apply is very clearly that there are so many things that we have to accept and move
Yeah.
on, and we have to still remain the anchor. In the family, still have to make sure that no matter what happens and who behaves how, we have to stay together. So these are the conditions that basically apply to each family. And in our series, you have to see as audiences what are these conditions and what can you take away from this without us spelling it out.
So when I watched the trailer, what really I think I find it interesting, like many others, is that a lot of people could relate to each scene. There was chaos, there was madness, there's also like happy moments, family gathering, things like that. So would you like to share one fond memory from the making?
Well, there are so many memories from the making because this was not a short series. It was a very long shoot,
Yeah.
and uh, really, really a hilarious one. So, one such thing that I would like to really mention is that we were out to Mathiran for an outdoor, and
Yeah, right.
we basically all of us stayed in a hotel where the entire hotel was booked by the production, and we would pack up around 5:36, and then we would all make it a point that we're all together for dinner, and we used to sit in this dining area all together, and we had Atish Kaparia and JD who would actually uh, you know every evening tell us about their life experiences, their incidents, and slowly and gradually it became like a laughing riot, every evening on dinner. And we started looking forward, all of us. We used to pack up and we used to say, what time dinner? What time dinner? It was only because we wanted to hear them out. And it was hilarious. And we really used to look forward to it. It used to be 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours dinner, and they have so much quota that it would just never stop. And I personally enjoyed that part a lot, a lot.
When I read the title, I wanted to first ask you, what kind of conditions you think you had to apply in your real life, in your family?
Sorry, I mean, I didn't, in real life, as in terms of the shoot,
Your
or
family did no, the your family. I'm talking about your family. Did you had to apply any kind of conditions?
well, there are no conditions. I think we basically we it just inherently happens. Yes, you do. The conditions are basically for the outsiders, the onlookers, to see that there are certain shortfalls, certain shortcomings.
Yeah.
But how we cope with them is what makes our family happy. We have to be there for them. It When I was shooting for this series, I did realize that sometimes we really have to stop and we have to give a little special time, little special moment to our elders, to be there for our family, no matter even if we have to go out of the way. So I think one takes back home a lot of things from Happy Family.
True. And then I remember there's this one segment where I think the grandson he decides to leave the house, and the whole family is unable to actually digest that news that he has already booked a flat and he's moving out and stuff like that. I think this is like such a common thing which has become like it's no more a new thing in an Indian household. Everyone is moving out and they're leaving behind their parents. What do you have to say about it?
I think nuclear families are also facing a lot of issues. And the concept of living in a joint family has become uh, a bit more unconventional. I think what happens is that even parents, of today think that it's better if the children stay separate. They get their
Yeah, right.
independence and they get their freedom, and yet the relations, remain intact. So what Happy Family actually tells us is that in spite of these differences, things can be worked out. And you do realize the positives of being in a joint family, being together. Uh, there are a lot of positives of being together. So it's just that we have to accept, and all of us have to be in the same mold and in the same thought process. So I think it's not that when you are staying nuclear, you will not have any issues and you will enjoy it more. Or if you stay in a joint family, you will be much better off and will have no problems. No, everything comes with a rider, and these are the conditions that apply.
Well said, ma'am. And in fact, okay, so I was actually going through your Instagram profile, and I stumbled upon this old picture of you with Farah ma'am, and I think it can make any 90s kid, nostalgic. So tell me a little bit about the picture, or maybe from the making of Jo Jeetya Wahi Se.
Well, the picture was not an old picture, it was a recent picture. And we connected for Happy Family. And we met, of course, I've been meeting Farah on and off. And it's a bond that never goes because you cannot, there is something, when we work together, there's always a special connect that happens with certain people. And Farah is one of them. We had a special connect. It was her first song. And somehow it just takes us back to those old memories. And I think this bond will always remain special. So it's something that we always will cherish.
Does that mean we get to see Farah ma'am as well in the series?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Wait and watch a lot. A lot is coming.
Women's Day, And my question to you that I actually wanted to ask you, the first go was, how are you celebrating it, ma'am?
I think for me, every day is Women's Day. And I celebrate each day as my own. And I feel that there are so many beautiful women out there who are talented, beautiful, and no woman is less than anyone, because a woman has a power to handle so many things. They say a woman has a power to handle 9 times more than a man, So, so many things a woman can do. She's a multitasking woman. So I think all the women out there, you're no less, and all of us are strong. All of us can do it and never give up. I think women are just precious, precious gift of God.
Speaking about women supporting women, I think it is a very important notion that a lot of people, they actually stand by it. And at the same time, we also talk about women who might have not have been that much supportive. There are sometimes women who attack a women. So what do you have to say about it?
Well, we are humans. We have various emotions. We feel jealous. We feel envious. We may have some grudges. But I personally and strongly feel that we should support each other, because I mean, I'm sure it's easier said than done, but I strongly feel that world should be a simpler place, because anyways, we have inherently a lot of stress around us, Times have changed, things are moving faster, life is moving faster. So I think we need to support each other, support mankind for every little good deed. And I really believe that, and I do work with a lot of women where I feel that it is very important that a woman, when she feels weak, she must know her strengths. And once a woman knows her strengths, she would not feel that weak for any instance or any event that comes in her life, because inherently God has given us that strength. So we just have to realize it and make the most of it and use it. And we have to support each other whenever and wherever required.
I was growing up when your film came out. And then later, I saw a lot of these reports, putting women against women in the industry. This has happened to so many celebrities already. So I remember reading this one report about, Manisha Koirala ma'am saying something against you. And I wasn't even sure if she actually said that, because the report was quite, it sounded like that, to be very honest. So what do you have to say about all these kind of reports, which were actually quite frequent in the 90s, putting women against women?
No, I haven't heard any such report. I haven't heard of it. In fact, we have done a lot of shows together. And see, I'll tell you something. The reports of women being pitted against each other and, maligning or backbiting or having these cat fights and all, I think it's something that was portrayed more by the others than we ourselves. You see in Hush Hush, which was released recently.
Yes, by
We are
Amazon.
so
Yes.
many. Yeah, we are so many women on Amazon. Yes, and we are so many women. It's a entire women cast. Director is a woman. This on set, even behind the camera, there were so many women. So there's nothing like that, and we worked wonderfully and so beautifully, and we never had any kind of problems. In fact, we enjoyed each other's company more because we thought our sensibilities matched, and we actually enjoyed working together. So I think it's something that is more of a creation than rather it happening.
Thank you so much for giving me your precious time. It is a
Thank you
dream
so
come
much.
true for me to talk to you.